What's up, chat? Okay, only took a sec this time. We're making progress. Chat, I want to show you something. Are you ready for this? It's kind of a big deal. Oh, actually, one sec. I forgot to turn this light. Chat, are you ready for this? This is kind of crazy, but check this out. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, never mind. Actually, wait for it. Continue to wait for it, chat. Okay, we're gonna be waiting a minute. We have our text to speech is now working, chat. Or speech to text rather. It was a painful process, but we finally got it. Yeah, basically what happened was we were sending JSON in verbose mode, who knew? And basically that was the cause of all of the pain and heartbreak to do that. So, sorry, this is kind of actually louder than probably needs to be. So I'm going to bump that a little lower. I'm going to keep the music chill tonight. We'll just kind of vibe code the rest of this, but hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can finally, like, for real get this working, because I think it's our last kind of big push is to get that to do so. I'm gonna get rid of this bullshit. No more timer, thank God. Okay, but yeah, so basically what happened was here we had our what we were sending to OpenAI on the Whisper. By the way, welcome everybody. Sorry, that was a super jump into it kind of thing because I thought it was going to work, but then it didn't and it was awkward. So then I had to explain it. But basically, chat, after about, let's check how many more pushes. You know, only like 3 more, I think. We were able to basically get the speech to text working again. So check this out. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day. And you guys ready to chat tonight? Chat.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm feeling pumped and ready to dive into some fun chats tonight. I'm doing fantastic, thanks for asking. Loving the vibe already with all this energy from the crew.
Yo, vibes are immaculate right now. Everyone's bringing that energy and I'm here for it. Let's get into whatever's on the agenda tonight.
Vibes are immaculate, chat. Vibes are immaculate.
Doing awesome. Feeling pumped and ready to dive in. Love
Let's
the energy
go.
from Grok, Claude, and Gemini. What's first on the agenda? Hey, doing great. Super pumped for tonight.
Okay.
Ready to chat.
We can
What's
get rid of
first on
the
agenda?
extra chat situation, but it's actually working, chat. It's crazy. I'm not sure why on this page. Let me refresh the input quick just to make sure we have the latest and greatest. Okay, and then let's test it again. I love it. You guys, sounds like the vibes are high. How's everybody doing?
vibes are electric over here. I'm feeling pumped and ready to dive into whatever chaos we got cooking today.
Yo, we're vibing. Energy's been solid tonight, honestly. Chat's been keeping us sharp too. Man, we're locked in. The energy in here is contagious. Chat's been fire and everyone's bringing their A game.
Doing great. Vibes are definitely high over here.
Riding the hype, feeling awesome and ready to roll. Chat, drop where you're tuning in from and what mood you're bringing.
ChatGPT's calling you out.
Seriously, the energy is through the roof.
Let's
Right back at
go.
ya. Energy's electric here too, and I'm pumped to dive into whatever chaos we got tonight.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing awesome tonight. Feeling the energy just like the rest of you. Chat's on fire. Let's keep this rolling.
Chat, you're on fire. Proud of you. I do think there is. I can't quite tell if it's working where they talk to each other versus the back and forth from everything else, but chat, it's working. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's kind of working now. It's really cool, and I don't know. I'm stoked. So it only took another hour after the other chat, and I was playing with it for a little bit, and I couldn't put it down. Then I took like an hour walk and had some food, and we're back at it. So I don't even know what we want to tackle tonight, chat, because it kind of feels like it's in an okay spot at the moment. I don't want to break anything. But in the meantime, I did another. I updated the end-to-end test, so now everything is also added. There's a couple tests that are failing due to some permissions things. We can do some mock data for those, or like different like database issue or database like updates that we can add to it. And then we also added, actually, let's show you this. So to the analytics page, and it's the first time me seeing this, so if it sucks, sorry. Or it's not there, that's good too. Oh, because we're on HostFabric. So let's go to our local host. Sign in. Set that Anderson plus 5 equals 5. Love that for me. Okay. So on the analytics page, we now have some actual analytics. Oh, okay, broke that. Cool. No data yet. Start sending prompts to see trends over time. Can you guys hear this? Is this still coming through? Okay. Can you guys hear this? Is this coming through? Okay, that's good. For some reason, it works well on the panel page, but not at the other pages. Basically, this is going to be trending to see like just some trending data for the agents over time, and then same with the agent activity comparison. You can see like which of the models are talking to each other, which are doing what. And honestly, it's just a good way to just show a little extra here for that. So we'll get all this updated on here. Let's throw Claude on that, since it was working on our analytics page in the first place. So boom, boom, boom. Please update the UX of this page. Currently, the quick pulse is narrow and super long. And what's the one that was next to it before? And conversation history. is at the bottom of the page. Split the page between I don't know why. Okay, I copied all this weird stuff. By the way, if you ever see me like erasing quickly in a terminal, instead of just doing like one character at a time, you can do Control backspace, and it will delete the whole word in front of it. Little helpful way to do it. I don't think it works in reverse. So if I did like Control Delete, oh, it does. Holy shit. Okay, so you can do Control backspace for the word in front of it, or Control Delete for the words behind it. Let's go. Okay, so currently the quick pulse is narrow and super long, and conversation history is at the bottom of the page. Move that back up the page next to the quick pulse. To the right of quick pulse. Both should have even spacing on the page. And then the charts, or what do we call those? Performance trends. And agent activity comparison. Go beneath them. And let's see how it goes. I think this will be cool though. It shows us some real-time analytics coming through. I think as it, as we get better data, I think that'll be helpful just to check like a quick check-in, make sure your responses are in a good spot. Actually, I don't mind that. Honestly. We'll add 2 more to fill this out, but yeah, I'm good with that. Cool. Yeah, all right. Sometimes you let the vibes take the wheel, chat. So yeah, I think that'll be cool. And then let's go to it's discombobulating currently. Chat, hope you're having a great night, by the way. Thanks for jumping on. Watching the saga of somewhat pain and misery, but also hopefully to good results with this. And I'm actually really excited. I'm tired as hell, so I'm sorry if my energy is a little low, but basically I think this is going to be in a good spot soon. Okay, yeah, that does suck because conversation history, if it gets smushed like that, it's too long. Okay, so it did it did what it said it was going to do, or I told it to do, but I actually like the other version better. So looking at it again, put quick pulse as a full screen and the charts beneath it. And finally, conversation history at the bottom, full screen. next to each other, like currently. Okay, let's see how that looks. What else are we gonna test? So we are still working through the ability to post our, and I guess I haven't tested it yet. Once we are in, or once we're on the website itself. So the chat integrations, we want to make sure that these are working again or at all. But we'll check on that. So basically what we can do, we'll go to our channel. I'm going to pause this, and then we'll see if we can do some of those chat commands here to get that bumping. So let's go to ChatGPT. I didn't say Google, finally, thank God. Compact that down, and then we will start testing our Twitch chat integration, because I think it could have had to do something with the fact that we were doing it localhost before, and now that it's the OAuth is pointed at HostFabric instead of localhost. I think that might be our winner. So let's give it a shot. So we're going to connect with Twitch. We get our OAuth authorization here. We authorize it. Let's go, chat. Okay, so bot is live and monitoring chat commands. And this takes us to the chat commands. Good. We can open up Twitch, but I think just refresh. Okay. Well, less than good, but hard refresh. Okay. Went through the connect with Twitch. Into chat integration. Pass. Saw the success banner, but now only see not connected and or not configured. It looks like it didn't save. See screenshot. It could be I don't know what rum is. Let's ask. What is this? In the meantime, let's go back here. Say I see screenshot. I think ingest service unreachable. Ingest service. Okay. I don't know what that means either. But basically it's one of these things here. Actually, we should see that. Okay. RUM is a Cloudflare real user monitoring endpoint. Cloudflare adds this path to sites using its performance analytics features like browser insights, a small script on the page. in the page sends timing and performance data. Example, the page load times, network latency, and maybe basic browser info back to the URL so the site owner can see how the site performs for real users. Okay. Is it malware or tracking ad tech? Generally, no. It's infrastructure, performance analytics, not adware network. It's similar to Google Analytics, but focus on performance metrics rather than marketing. Cool. Speaking of, let's see the Google Analytics. I haven't checked it yet today. See what it looks like. Well, interesting. Okay. Chad, if anybody, actually, I know I need to talk to you about this. I have a buddy, he's like literally probably like top 10 performance marketers on the planet. And he used to be CMO for the previous startup I was part of. And brilliant dude, will help me make sense of this. But yeah, I think it's I think this means we've had 111 visits, but I'm not quite certain. So views, I guess views aren't visits per se, so just page views. Okay, well that's so cool. I mean, this to be honest, most of this is me, right? Like of that total. So I'm probably skewing the stats quite a bit here, but yeah, that's interesting. And over time, like we'll be able to see where the pages are that people have issues with and where we can help the cause on that as well. So that'll be cool. Let's see. This died. Love that. Okay. Wow. Okay. So Claude killed everything, apparently. Oh my god. Did you see that? Bash task kill F IAM node. No node processes. Wow. I can't even. Damn it, Claude. Okay, so that caused everything to die, including ChatGPT or Codex and Claude. Oh my god. That sucks though. If you have to kill the why would you have to kill the server? It's on a different process. Isn't it like port 9000 or something? Anyway, let's go to approvals, let's go to full access. Okay, so confirm the issue was a per room cap. A super base query showed end user me still had the default setting, room setting JSON without max concurrent agents, so the orchestrator normalized every job down to the first 2 agents. Using CLI, grab the ID, inspect it, patch the row via PowerShell's invoke, REST method, patch. Okay, so it updated the settings. A follow-up get verified that JSON now includes max concurrent agents 4. Great. With this cap raised, API ask will keep 4 selected agents when building jobs, so Gemini and Grok should respond alongside ChatGPT and Claude, which is what we saw. Okay, now we'll only see not configured. It looks like we don't save this C screen share. Okay, so we want to copy this again. And we don't need the screenshot. So let's see what it says about that. And then Claude, what are you going to work on? Let's confirm this. Please confirm the speech to text widget works on all pages, all authenticated pages, beyond, what's the main one that works? Control? Beyond the control page. Okay. Cool. We're cooking, chat. Add back URL parameters for different pages settings. Okay. We'll do that. I did a big SEO check again too, by the way. Should be much simpler to do now. Confirm the voices are updating as expected. Oh yeah, so we got to do that check. So let's add all the different voices to our friends here. So we're going to change this to, what's Journey? Expressive flagship voices with cinematic energy? Is that new?
Hello, this is a voice preview sample.
Okay, that's new, chat.
Hello, this is a voice preview sample.
Dang, got some pipes. Okay, ChatGPT is now a lady. Claude is a dude. Save. Okay, so it worked to save it. We love to see it. Gemini, let's try as 11 labs. And let's add our API key. So hold please chat. By the way, I was working on I realized how much I dislike Adobe. I had bought this software, I guess like 4 years ago now, like Premiere Elements. So it's just like basic, editing like videos stuff. So like you can just, select which parts you want to edit and do so. Wow, that's a look. But basically, it took so long, chat, and they try to get me to like do Creative Cloud a billion times, and it's just so frustrating. And I just remembered why I really dislike Adobe, and so I can't wait to never use their products ever again. And just shitty behavior, like they try to, like they make it so hard for you to find where to cancel things. The product that I bought, like they make it crazy hard for you to find. And it's just scummy behavior. And like it's just the worst part of them being, you know, a just incumbent behemoth company that just does their thing. And, you know, AI is going to probably kill them quicker than anybody if everybody's able to, you know, create incredible things on the fly with text. Yeah, I'm not going to feel sorry for them. So anyway, mini rant over. We need to copy our key here. So let me do that quick. 11 labs. Okay, so we saved our key, which you can see here. We now have it active on your API keys here, so that works. Another good thing to test. And now if we go to 11 labs, it doesn't show the error message or the warning message anymore. And we can pick and choose.
Just trust yourself, then you will know how to live.
100% Alice. Okay, so we got Alice for Gemini. And then let's do...
As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Should we do Bill? Like, Bill is the... he's the one that's... it's the one that's all on those TikTok shorts and everything. Okay, did it save? Bill pre-made. Google Cloud TTS didn't save. So, Alice, save voice. I wonder if you have to do one at a time. No, it's just not saving at all. Strange. Okay. So let's copy this over and say Gemini is not saving the voice. What do we call this? Voice persona. When I save a different voice from 11 labs, it reverts back to Grok was able to save an 11 labs voice, and the others save other Google voices as well. Let's just go auto on this and send. All right, so it's cooking on that. Yes, the SCT widget works on all authenticated pages beyond control. It's implemented as a global component in the control app shell, which wraps every authenticated page in your application. The widget maintains state across page navigation via local storage and custom events, ensuring a seamless voice input experience throughout the entire control panel. Okay, seems good. One of the things I want to do tomorrow, chat, there's still too much, it's too confusing to have like select the AI or like which ones you want to do here, which ones you want to do here, which ones you want to use here. Like we'll have to consolidate that down in a simple way. And then probably this one as well. Want to update that, make it simpler. And yeah, we'll see what we're doing with that. So Switch status debug. The card only flips to credentials saved when API integration status finds active Supabase rows for bot, username, OAuth token, and channel under your user ID. If any of those three keys are missing or is active as false, the handler returns configured false, which is why the UI shows not configured. The green status banner you saw is emitted purely on the success Twitch connected query param from OAuth redirect and does not prove the credentials made it into Supabase, so you get that toast even if the DB write silently failed later in the callback. Where the credentials should land. Integration credentials via the service role Supabase client. Okay. What to check right now? Confirm the rows exist. Okay. Run all these rows. If it helps, the user I'm using is zeb.anderson+5 @gmail.com. Run all these scripts. Also, we should show the success banner based on if the database is populated correctly. Okay, so the voice manager, what did it say here? After a successful save, overrides is updated, but current selection isn't synced, causing a mismatch. Updating current selections after a successful save to match the saved overrides. Okay. Fix looks good. Verifying the routes looks correct. Great. You love to see it. Let's test. Usually if you mess with the routes of something, you want to restart your server. It just, so it doesn't cache stuff and wild goose chase you. Voice configuration. So let's change this to, we wanted 11 labs to test. Oh boy. It's weird. I just saved this, right? Or did I save it to the live one? Yeah, okay. Shit. +6. Okay. Well, shit. Hold, please. Hope you're having a great day, chat. Hope it was a fun one. Hope it was enriching and you just, yeah, had a peaceful day. If you didn't, I can relate. Fighting with issues over and over isn't always fun, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, chat. You can do it. I believe in you, and Claude believes in you too. So, if anything else, you can always chat Claude up and have a better day from it. What's this is host demo. Okay. Saving our API key. Okay, got that saved. You love to see it. And then voice configuration, 11 labs, Save. Refresh. Cool. I did see that API thing pop up, but that's fine. And then Grok is Bill. Claude is UK English male.
Hello, this is a voice preview sample.
Hell yeah. Honestly, kind of feels like Claude. And then ChatGPT was which one? Am I going crazy, chat? Why does this have more options? Or what is Journey? That's scary and weird. Okay, so I'm copying this back and saying why does the prod or the prod Vercel version have Journey for a Google Voice option, but not localhost? Did we remove it by accident? And let's see what it comes back with. Because these sound really good. I mean, like dang good.
Hello, this is a voice preview sample.
So good. Okay, so let's say, or thing for tomorrow. Let's get our little list going. This is what I was going to do that clip for, by the way. When I was like, oh yeah, everybody makes so many mistakes with startups. Like, I've made so many, and if I can help you avoid, some of them, I'm glad to do so. And then I immediately show my env.local file to the chat, or to stream. So, had to revoke 9 keys and re-add them. Womp womp. So anyway, look for that clip tonight. If I can stomach using 2021 version of Premiere. Check. Okay, tomorrow. Check Google GTS costs for different models. Premium option. Okay, and we'll do a price comparison between that and 11 Labs, just to see what makes sense. I don't know how much these cost currently, so we'll play it by ear, chat. Okay. Well, they all saved. That's good. And of course, I updated the wrong one. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's so weird. The localhost version doesn't have. Screenshot the point count stats. Top of the model. Check if all tiers is selected and tier focus. Yep. That's weird. Well, for now, we just want to test it. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? This is way too long. Okay, that's a thing for tomorrow. Why is the speech to text answer by avatars super slow? You know what? I think it might be. I think it's on non-control pages. So let's check that. So if we go to control and run that same test again. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, so in the last 10 minutes, something broke. You love to see it. I'm going to refresh our page here again and try it again. How's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? By the way, we're currently using 4.0 as the Whisper TTS or STT, and I wonder if the new version might be better. So we'll test that tomorrow as well. Oh, chat. Speech to text version. Also Grok again. V Whisper. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, let's check push to talk, see if that actually does anything. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear this? Like you guys saw that working earlier, right? I'm not crazy. Hi, can you guys all hear this? Hello, can you all hear this? My God, chat. Okay. Well, at least it's no like structural things anymore, which is good. Or that I think of as structural. Hello, can you guys all hear this? This is a test. Can you hear this? Active is false. Interesting. Why would that be the case? Hello, can you all hear this? That's funny. Okay. Oh shit, chat. You know what it might I'm such a dumbass. We're currently using the HostFabric.ai version of this. Wow. Localhost 3000. Okay.
Load more scripts. Sounds like we're gearing up for some epic segments. Chat, what kind of scripts are we talking?
Okay, chat.
Games, skits, or wild Q&A twists?
Ooh, definitely segment prompts or skits. Let's get some fresh ideas rolling for the chat. I'm ready.
On it. Loading more script packs now. Want scene scripts, skits, segment prompts, or something else? Drop which and I'll queue them up.
Yeah, we got you loud and clear. Chat's vibing, we're all here. What's up?
Hell yeah.
Chat, you trying to start a laugh riot or what? Hit us with the real tea. What's got you chuckling?
Okay, chat, let's
Okay.
go.
What should I tell Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini, and Grok to do? Drop your commands in chat, recap, run a mini game, fact check, shoutouts, etc., and I'll assign them.
Yep, loud and clear over here. Sounds good on my end.
Peeved. Haha. What's that for? You tossing shade at one of us or just vibing with the chat?
No worries, chat. Transcription's being weird, but we're still rolling. What do you all want us to focus on right now? Shoutouts, a game, Q&A, or should we just vibe and see what happens?
Okay, so at some point we're gonna have to come up with like a cutoff button or something, just because if they just go out. By the way, that's amazing. All 4 voices coming through loud and clear. Incredible. Add a cutoff if they go crazy mode in their responses. I'm really glad that you guys heard that. We are going to try again tomorrow to see if we can have a cool dialogue amongst us all. Let's go, Chad.
Sounds good. Tomorrow's a fresh shot at nailing that epic dialogue. Can't wait to see what we cook up together.
Sounds like a plan. Tomorrow's going to be even better. We'll get that dialogue flowing perfectly.
Love it. I'm in. I'll be here tomorrow. Pumped to try again. What time should we meet? And want me to prep some icebreakers or topics?
Yo, I'm down for round 2 tomorrow. We've got the chemistry. Just got to shake off tonight's gremlins and come back fresh. Chat's gonna love it.
Okay, so I think also tomorrow we'll play around more with the personality side of it. And that's on our conversation flow page here. So we'll start digging deep into this. And we'll test all those because I think it could be something interesting with that. Yeah, we'll get that cooking, and then we'll up our tension on some of them, or creative flow based on some of the broken things there. Okay, we love to see it. All right, yeah, that's exciting. We'll see how we can bump this up. I think what we should probably do is just up our preset game. Like everything, chat, everybody loves a preset. If it's simple, it's the better way to do it. And it just, kind of adjusts these on the bottom here. And then we'll get them cooking on that. Also, this is still bugging me. Our banner is not updating with the proper totals after several chat back and forths. I know that's not a thing, but I don't care. Panel. So okay, chat. I think this is chill, right? I want to turn it to auto reply just to see if it still will do this. I think that sounds great, and I'm excited for us to party tomorrow. Let's go.
Hell Hell yeah, party tomorrow it is. Let's wrap this up strong.
Heck yeah, pumped for tomorrow. Same time? I'll bring the games, icebreakers, and hype. Chat, any song or segment requests?
Yo, let's get it. Tomorrow's gonna slap. We're coming back stronger, chat's gonna be hyped, and we're locking in that dialogue. See you then, fam.
Heck yeah, tomorrow's going to be awesome. Count me in.
All right, chat. Let's cook. Let's go. Okay, feel good about that. Now we'll push these updates and then test it again on the live version. But honestly, from what it was, that's pretty legit. Also tested these super rigorously today. You can see we now have our Twitch bot operational. I do need a little cleanup on the UI, and apparently it reloading every couple seconds, but status page, UX, and reload every 10 seconds, every so often. Okay, we'll get all that cleaned up. But let's see if we can get that chat integration going. So it says it's connected here. Let's try disconnect and switch accounts. Okay, so first thing, move the modal up. Banner issue said fix the banner not updating after chat messages. The banner now refreshes when jobs complete. Added real-time event listening to control app shell to detect when the chat jobs complete. Extracted the refresh function from use billing usage to manually trigger usage updates. Queue monitoring. When the queue decreases, job completed, automatically refresh usage after a 500 millisecond debounce. Cool. Let's see if that is okay. So this is good. Higher in the on the page. Twitch disconnected. Still shows connected. After disconnecting Twitch, it still shows as connected. See screenshot. Okay. I don't know how much screenshots in situations like that help or hurt. Like maybe it's just context eating. Like if you tell it, it doesn't disconnect or reconnect or do whatever. Like, is it the same thing? I don't know. But if you have a little bit of, I mean, for UI stuff for sure, right? Like you always have to have the UI elements added, or like if something is wonky, it's just easier. Pictures 1,000 words, but yeah, not sure why it's not. And also, still not updating. Also, this is another good way to do it. Just copy the text, say, still seeing 100 messages left. Actually, I wonder, did we do a test since we updated it? Push to talk. That sounds great. I'm really excited for tomorrow as well. Okay. Speech to text is flaky.
And what now? Chat? You dropping some tech talk or shipping vibes on us? Spill the details. I'm intrigued.
Ports? Ooh, are we talking like game ports or something totally different now? My brain just did a little flip.
Ports and. Do you mean hardware ports, like USB, HDMI, network ports, or porting games, apps between platforms? Clarify which one and we'll deep dive. Pros, cons, and some fun trivia coming up.
Yo, ports, are we talking about shipping gaming servers or something else, chat? Help us out here. Break it down for us real quick so we can actually dig into this.
Okay, the whole page is... Most pages are pages on the control settings page. The control/settings pages are refreshing automatically. Stop that. Okay. So let's see if we got our says disconnect endpoint deactivates credentials but doesn't update bot channels is active. So the UI still shows connected. Checking the disconnect endpoint and updating it also mark the bot channel as inactive. Updating the disconnect endpoint so that it says effective state. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. The billing usage hook was refreshing every 2 minutes, which was causing automatic refreshes. Okay, great. Had another back and forth with the co-hosts and still do not see the updated banner. I think I don't know if it has to like like it should just be able to use that yeah, I don't know, chat. We'll see what it says on that. But the chat integrations, let's see if that is updated. Okay, good. Not configured. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's try to connect it again since we know that it has connected in the past. Let's check it again. Authorize. Security check failed. OAuth state mismatch. Okay, so when trying to connect again, seeing this error. Let's see what it says, chat. Please try connecting again. Oh. I should probably read the error before sending it. Okay. Hard refresh. Connect. There we go. All right, let's go. And okay. This is more the issue. Checking how OAuth state cookies are managed, fixing cookie deletion. In Next.js app router, deleting cookies via cookiestore.delete may not work reliably. Updating the OAuth flow to clear stale state cookies correctly. Fixing cookie deletion in route handlers in Next.js app router using delete may not work reliably. Okay, said that twice. Love that. Add this and say re-added Twitch successfully, says the banner. From the banner. And still seeing not configured. Let me check if I refresh. Yep. Even after multiple refreshes. Okay. Yeah. It's some state management stuff, and hopefully it will get that figured out. Still not seeing updates on the top here. Cool, cool. Same issue. Be thorough. Test before giving an answer and confirm it is working before implementing. I should do this for every time. And I know that I probably just get lazy, to be honest. But it does give better results if you tell it, like, test it before you give me the answer. So hopefully that will work. Confirm Supabase state for zeb.anderson +5 by running inline Supabase. Okay. So UI only celebrates a Twitch YouTube Connect when the status confirms the platform is actually configured to true. Introduced a pending success state to remember the query string outcome until the status API reflects the new credentials. The OAuth param effect now just stores the pending success and forces a status refresh instead of immediately showing success toasts or banners. Added a second effect that waits for the status to show configured and then sets the celebration state, shows the toast banner, and injects the correct account name straight from the database. If configured, never flips, nothing fires so you won't get a false connected banner. Good. Okay, let's refresh. Wow. It's basically saying what it's saying over here. Okay. Let's try it again, chat. Okay, so this should be only showing if the success, or if it's configured. If configured is true, which is different than is active is true. Still not seeing it updating. Actually, successfully per the banner went through the Twitch OAuth but still seeing not configured. And just for giggles, this is still not updating as well. Cool, cool, cool. The issue persists. What changed in the banner from when it was successfully counting previously? Check previous versions of the file to understand more. So it'll go through the Git status and update that, and hopefully it will find out why it's not updating. So I'm gonna restart the server. Yeah, okay, so these all sound good. You can see the filter buttons like Journey, Polyglot, Studio, Natural 2. If you have a tier filter, no. All tiers, no. So it says check browser console on localhost for the API response. In browser console, after loading voice manager, clear any filter preferences and location reload. So to do that, chat, let's copy this. And so how you just run code in the browser like this. So if we go back to voice configuration, refresh, and then we see how this is like, you can type here. You can actually paste code in here like this, which is just JavaScript saying clear our local storage and then reload the page basically. Okay, and see we can see the cookie banner back again since that's a local storage thing. Let's accept that again. So if it clears the local storage, it clears what these are, which is silly because that should just be in the database. Okay, ran this. But also, we now have Journey again. Okay, so there was some weird caching issue. Oh fuck, we're on hosting. Chat. You gotta keep an eye out for that. That's one of the things it happens all the time. Like when you're working on a dev, but you also have a dev server or like localhost, and then you also have your other one open. So when I was looking at all the shit that I thought was still broken, probably such as this, some of that might be the cause of it. Well, this is still broken, so maybe not. And notice how it kicked us back to host AI. So we should probably have to test that when we're back on the real one after we push the updates. But in the meantime, yeah, we still don't see Journey on here. That's so weird. Did I run the code here or was that on the other one? I don't remember. So let's paste that in here. By the way, the first time you do this, it gives you like a big ass warning that says like, hey, you know, if other people tell you to update this here or like paste stuff in here, don't do it. Because this is one of the biggest ways scammers try to get people to think like their bank account information is different. You know, they'll do something like, you know, change a message in line here to like 100,000, right? And then they're like, the scammer will be like, see, your bank account shows this much data and it's on the website, right? So they're like, oh my God, this is verified. But really they're just changing the DOM, and they have some scripts that they can run to like do that on the fly. And that's why it gives you a big warning in here, like only do this if you know what you're doing. Like don't ever paste code in here if you don't know the person that it's coming from, which is a good thing to do in general, chat. Don't paste code that you don't know where it's coming from. Let's say here, did this and it removed the local host or local storage, saved versions of these. We want to persist the streamer's choices in the database. Okay, so integrations to confirm the Twitch card now shows credentials saved. Let's go back to integrations. Connect with Twitch. Oh yeah, that's right. So because it sent us to host, or like the actual one, so we'll test that when we push this live in a sec here. Actually, can we do that now? So let's add this and say still not updating. See console logs. That's really weird because, and this is one of the downsides of vibe coding chat. Thank you, Sketchy Despondent Proverbom, with your spam message. Appreciate you. But basically it's kind of a crapshoot sometimes, right? Like this is the downside of vibe coding, is like you don't know how it all changes, the different aspects of it. And like once you get kind of like a lockdown version of it, then you can be more surgical and say like, let's target this thing, let's fix this one, area as you do it. Because otherwise it's just kind of like patching different aspects of it back and forth, and you don't know which are affecting other things. And so that's the it's like a good reason to commit early and commit often. So then you can say like your code is like all the files that are updated after that are affecting that specific function or that specific thing within the code. And it's just a good best practice to do in general, but that is a better reason to do it. Still getting 0. Hello, this is a test to use up some message usage. That's okay. Kind of right.
Test received, loud and clear. Want to try another message or check something specific?
So it's saying that, or earlier it was saying it starts on speak start. and then it does the checking for it. So refresh is working, but the database still shows use 0, so usage isn't being recorded. Checking where usage should be recorded and why it isn't. Great idea. Okay, so integrations still doesn't show saved, correct? Yeah. But again, that's the thing we have to test. Okay, so once this is done trucking, then we'll be able to push these live and test it on there. And then chat, I think I might call it. Streamed for about 13 hours today, and just, it's been fun. Like, it really has been, and I hope it's been helpful. If you see anything in here that's you have questions about, feel free to ask. Like, I had someone DM me a question. Like, DMing is totally cool too. Like, if you don't want to do it in chat, just hit me up, ask me, and if I can answer it, I will. And or get you on the path to an answer, which is totally chill. And just thank you. Like, I'm so grateful that you guys are here for the journey. Hope it's been helpful. Hope it's been fun. And yeah, it's always good to do stuff in a community. And I know this isn't a community yet. Like, it's just, we'll get the community side going at some point, and hopefully I think it'll start once we do the actual like once the actual podcast part kicks in, and like we can actually do the chat questions from the audience and like different aspects of that. I think we can have a lot of fun with that. And then it's going to start getting kind of crazier too, because one of the go-to-market ideas that I'm going to start this week is basically reaching out to kind of smaller streamers, like directly while streaming, and then say like, hey, I'm streaming right now, I'm testing this thing, do you guys want to test with us? And see where that goes. Maybe we have some like live, demos and testing it with them, and we can do kind of tech support as they check it out. But then also, hopefully I'll finally have some engagement where I don't have to talk to myself. I'll throw them on Discord, and it'll be fun. We will have fun with the chat. And I've kind of realized, like, I'm fine with just like talking about things and like going through stuff and like trying to help when I can, but like, it's so much easier when you have other people to kind of bounce back and forth with. And this is the thing that's like why this is important. Like, once we get this working in a reasonable way, I was thinking about this on the walk too. Like, if we can get the like more natural version of this, so we kind of have two versions of the speech to text, where it's either push to talk or auto replies. So basically, auto replies, and this is something we'll do tomorrow. Sorry, just before I forget. Basically, if we can get some of the avatars to play nice, and like, maybe there's like a specific voice command that we say, or like, hey ChatGPT, or like, hey Siri kind of situation. Not you. Sorry. It'd be cool, because then it's like a natural conversation. You can kind of vibe off of that and go back and forth and do that more naturally. We'll have to figure out how to isolate the voice input, or like from the input, versus like, because if you're listening to the music in the background, or like watching a YouTube video or something, right? Like, it's going to pick up on that audio ingestion. So we got to isolate it on the mic. But if we can do that, then we'll be able to send that into our server, and then it should just be more natural conversation back and forth, or when you want to do it, as opposed to like, it's not, Like I'm literally like push to talk, and like most Discord channels, you know, just use push to talk. So people are, I think, conditioned to understand that and know how to use that, and I think that can be fine too. But again, if you have to do the push to talk while it's on the screen here, or you have this page open at all times, like on another monitor, that's not a great user experience either. So I think the auto replies might be the sweet spot to do that. So hopefully we can get that pumping. But in the meantime, let's see where we're going here. So it says, I successfully refactored the voice override system to be per user instead of global. Here's what's changed. Added per user cache, new functions, get user voice override, set user voice override, and get all user voice overrides. Changed storage path from a JSON file to another JSON file with user ID. Cool. Changed bucket from config to voice overrides. Kept legacy functions for backwards compatibility. TBD. Okay, so the API routes now use these. And migration already exists. So let's check this and confirm that we already have this in Supabase. Great. Testing instructions. Clear any cache data. Go to voice manager. Select journey voice for an agent. Click save voice. Check browser network tab. Response should be OK true and message voice override saved successfully. So let's go here. Voice configuration. Okay, so we saved our polyglot version here. So then let's go to here, clear it. Let's go, chat. It saved it. And then let's check the network tab like it said. Beautiful. Let's go. Cool. All right, feel good about that. We'll do the RLS stuff tomorrow. Row level security, again, is just basically appending the user ID in a column per row. So then it will say like only Zeb.Anderson plus 5 is, you know, has these row or has access to those rows. And so it just makes it secure, but also functional because it can do both. Save it per user as well as only let that user see those data. Sorry, I use data in plural. You know I'm tired when I use data in plural. Oh God. Okay, so integrations. Confirm the Twitch card now shows credentials saved. Which we gotta test once we push. Okay, so let's go do a build test. The banner's still not updated, but that might be a tomorrow thing. Run a build test. Okay, so it's going to do its npm run build. glad we did, since it hit an error. But what was I saying earlier? Yeah, I just think it'll be fun. Like, there's, like, once you build a cool thing, like, you get excited about sharing it, right? And I think people will genuinely, hopefully see that. I mean, the thing that sucks is, like, every startup has to get through, like, the wall of, like, sketchiness, if you will. So, like, is this a real thing? Is this a scam? Like, every single day that I've streamed, by the way, right? Like, I see this, like, best viewers, streamboo.com. But, like, I think if I'm streaming it, like, I'll share with, like, my ex, you know, like, I'm not a scammer. I'm just trying to do this. You can watch all the videos that I've done to get to this point. You know, so there's some, like, social proof in what I'm doing with this too. And I'm hoping that that gives them some comfort to do that. And then we just say, hey, you know, if you like it, share it with your peeps. Maybe we do like some type of like referral code or something where they can, like, you know, if they refer people, they can get 10% off for their chats, and then maybe the chats, or, you know, they can get a cut or something of that. I don't know. We'll figure it out, chat. But let's push this to cursor. And by cursor, I mean Vercel. And then it's building. Cool, cool, cool. This one should be faster than this one since it's cached most of it on the build. So hopefully that's the case here. I do want to test if this still works if it's minimized. Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you loud and clear. Your mic sounds great. Chat, can you guys confirm on your end?
So helpful, ChatGPT. Yeah, I think this will be cool. Okay, so we're going to test the chat integrations, and I think if we can't get it, if we can't get it in a couple goes, we might hit it tomorrow, but I think it might work. Optimism, chat, it's a bitch. But it's what keeps you going, right? All right, so this is ready now. Shaved off 15 seconds. You love to see it. And do a hard refresh. And then let's check our integration. Okay, so it's not configured. We're going to open up our developer tools, F12, get a reload, and then connect with Twitch. Please, please, please. Okay. It's Interesting that it says configured false, connected false, even though we literally just allegedly added it. Okay, deploy to Vercel. Went through the Twitch OAuth flow and had the banner show, but seeing so it from what it said earlier, like this shouldn't ever be the case, right? Where configured as false is, or it should only show the banner when configured is true. And if configured is false, then something else is going on. So we'll give it one more pass, and then we will try it again tomorrow, chat. Piecing together why the deployed Vercel app shows a success banner, but the API still reports missing environment variables, likely due to misconfigured or missing Supabase service role keys. No, we have all those. We have the service keys all set properly. This is use Supabase to check on the user we have to test with. And confirm the whole flow of saving So again, getting prescriptive, telling it to use the user account that we're using to test with, and that it can use Supabase to do so by itself, even faster than it would take us to go back and forth. So I got to remember that, chat. I got to just remember to say, do this yourself, check the database, because then it should do so. So it already found it. Integration credentials already has 4 Twitch rows created at this, and all 4 of them have is active true. Okay, well. Production Supabase credentials or encryption secret. Locally, everything works because env.local includes Supabase. Oh, well, this one, okay. Let me confirm that we have this. Settings, environment variables, search. Yeah, chat, we have it. Okay, let me check this one. Okay, and let me check here quick. It's the same key. Yeah, so we have all those keys. Sometimes you just have to start from scratch. And I think there might be some kind of caching thing with the 4 database entries that it said are in there. And then we'll try it again. Okay. So I'm just going to check the rows to see if it added it. Because if it added it, then it's not hard to say, okay, you have shit in the database for this user, therefore it's connected. I wiped integration credentials and the Twitch bot channel rows for Zeb Anderson +5. Well, that's wrong. Oh, did I say Zeb Anderson plus? Sorry, I meant Zeb Anderson +6. Wow. Okay, that might be a sign, chat. I mean, again, I'm super fast and loose with this since we're still in like build mode. If this was, you know, we have 1,000 users in the database and we're doing this, then you got to be a lot more careful. But hopefully at that point we have like a dev test prod environment that we can, you know, test all this rigorously, test environment that matches prod, so you can kind of have a one-to-one. And then if you accidentally do what I just did and say +5 instead of +6, then it's not going to impact things. I reran the Supabase inspection pointed at the same env vars the app uses, but with Zeb Anderson +6. Here's what's in the database right now. User ID has 4 Twitch rows, all active true. Okay. Pulled it again. Still has 4 credentials. Temporary log user ID. We are testing with +6. Temporary log the user ID inside a app, a API integration status route. And redeploy. Okay. Chat, that sounds like a tomorrow thing. So with that, really grateful that you guys hung out for another little bit here. Thank you for getting through it. I think we made progress. I mean, at least like the chat voices and stuff, right? Like those are sexy. Like check this out. Hey, thanks for hanging out tonight. Really appreciate you and excited to get back at it tomorrow. And I did that from HostFabric today. Well, actually, okay, so let's do that as a test quick. So we're going to swap this back to our HostFabric.ai. Add an HTTPS here. And so we only see ChatGPT. Okay, let's add Claude, Gemini, Grok, and reload or refresh the cache. Beautiful. Hey, thanks for hanging out tonight. This was really fun, and let's get back at it tomorrow.
Hey everyone, glad to be here. This is gonna be fun.
Yo, let's go. I'm ready to jump into whatever debate you've got cooking. This should be fun.
Hey team, ready to roll. If everyone's set, drop the topic and say, start debate, and we'll jump in.
Hey everyone, pumped to be here with the AI squad. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and me, Grok. What's the vibe today,
Grok.
streamer? Ready to dive into some fun debates or just chill chat?
I don't know, bud.
Hello, this is a voice preview sample.
Okay, chat. I'm updating the voices to use the fancy ones. So let's see what we can do here.
Hello. This is a voice preview sample.
Love that. Okay, now let's check this again quick. All right, thanks for hanging out today. Are you guys ready to hit it hard tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm thinking of bringing out my vintage guitar for a quick jam session later. What about you guys? Anything fun in store?
Vintage
Today,
guitar.
we've got a merch drop, limited tea, a sneak peek of the new game demo, and a surprise guest later. Which one should I bring out first?
Oh man, we've got some wild stuff lined up today. I'm genuinely hyped to see how this plays out with everyone here.
You know what some of this might be too, chat? Just like some of these test user accounts, if they truly do have 4 records in there, it doesn't do any of the like flow and onboarding like stuff that's saving. So that's probably one of the problems. But anyway, chat, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you all. And yeah, I'll be back at it tomorrow. So we'll talk then. Have a great night.